This is a game changer. You've tried many ways to manifest your desires with little or no success. You're frustrated. I totally get it. And I would imagine at this point, you are just about ready to give up. I know exactly where you're coming from. My name is David Fetro, and I am a spiritual drifter. I've been on my spiritual walk for almost 20 years. I tried every which way to manifest, you name it. Affirmations, journaling, vision boards, manifestation jar, and trying to work toward my goal. They all failed. I actually did give up for quite a while. Then I came across this method that really intrigued me, but from my previous failures kept me from practicing it. Now, for those of you that don't know, several years ago, I sold all of my things, bought an RV, and started traveling around the country. The week that I learned this new method, I was down in Florida at a campground. It just so happened that a bunch of contractors pulled in beside me. Let's just say they love to drink, smoke things that aren't quite legal in most states, and make a lot of noise late at night. At that point, I was emotionally driven and realized that I had nothing to lose but try it. So I manifested watching them having to pack up and leave suddenly. That was on Friday night. That Sunday morning, I was awakened early by a bunch of noise. I looked out the window and realized that they were packing up. Within 2 hours, they were gone and never came back. By the way, in my manifestation, I manifested someone pulling in that was quiet as a church mouse. And that's exactly what happened. Not long after, my dad got very sick with the C word. Not sure if you can say that on YouTube yet. Better safe than sorry. Anyway, my dad got progressively worse. His oxygen needs started going up rapidly. The doctor told me that they would have to intubate him very soon if the oxygen did not go down. That is where they put a tube down your trachea so one can breathe. I've heard the stories about that. I knew that that would be the beginning of the end for him. That night, I went home and manifested him making a complete recovery using the technique I'm about to tell you. The next day, I went into the hospital. He was coherent and actually said he was hungry. His oxygen needs even lowered a bit. It took him a while to get out of the hospital, but he did make a full recovery. Since then, I've manifested many things. I will tell you from the bottom of my heart that this manifestation technique works. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this, but I want to give you a little bit of background on the person that figured this out. His name is Neville Goddard. He was a 20th century mystic and author who focused on the power of the human imagination and the concept of human consciousness creation. One of the key techniques is the idea of entering a certain state before sleep to manifest desires effectively. This concept is often referred to as the state akin to sleep, or SATS for short. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and tap the subscribe button below. It really helps to free up some time for me to make more videos for you. So according to Neville Goddard, the state akin to sleep is a state of relaxation and receptivity that is similar to the drowsy, bordering on sleep state that occurs just before you drift off to sleep at night. And for those of you that understand brainwaves, it is a state between alpha and delta brainwaves. In this state, the conscious mind is quieted, and the subconscious mind becomes more receptive to suggestions and imagery. The process involves entering a state of physical relaxation, mentally letting go of the concerns of the day, and assuming a feeling of the wish fulfilled. Goddard emphasized the importance of feeling the reality of your desire as it has already been fulfilled. He taught that dwelling in the state of wish fulfilled, especially just before falling asleep, impresses the subconscious mind and can lead to the manifestation of those desires in the physical world. So here's a simplified step-by-step process. based on Neville Goddard's teachings for entering the state akin to sleep. Relaxation. Find a comfortable position and relax your body. Let go of any tension or stress. Focus on breath. Take a few deep breaths to help calm your mind and body. Take your time with this. Do not hurry to get relaxed, because you'll never make it if you rush the process. Mental quietness. Clear your mind of daily concerns and chatter. I'm going to caution you that if this is your first time and the thing that you want to manifest is imperative, I suggest that you don't. Most will not be able to relax enough to get into that state. Create a scene. Form a mental scene that implies your desire has been fulfilled. Notice that I didn't say that it's going to be fulfilled, because it is already fulfilled. Visualize and engage your senses and emotions in this scene. Make it as vivid and real as possible. Do not see this as the third person, but as the first person. You see this from your own eyes, nose, ears, and whatever senses that you are using. Feel the reality. Generate the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Deeply feel the emotions associated with having your desires already realized. Maintain the state. Hold on to this feeling as you drift off to sleep. Allow the mental imagery and emotions to be your last conscious experience before sleep. Now at this point, you could be thinking that it could be a while before you fall asleep. You didn't wait long enough during the relaxation stage. You know you're at the point when you start to catch yourself dozing off and waking back up. This is when you start. I don't suggest having things like sexual or extreme emotional manifestations in the beginning. The excitement of these thoughts will get you aroused and will wake you up. By consistently practicing entering the state akin to sleep with the feeling of the wish fulfilled, Neville believed individuals could impress their desires upon the subconscious mind and bring about corresponding changes in their external reality. The concept of manifestation, understood as the intentional creation of desired outcomes through thought and belief, is ancient and can be found in various forms across different cultures. With the term manifestation itself might not be explicitly used, the underlying principles have been explored in ancient philosophical, religious, and mystical texts. Here's a few examples of some of the oldest texts that touch upon these related manifestations. The Hermetica, the Tao Te Ching, the Corpus Hermeticum, and the Bible. I'm sure many of you have doubts about manifestation, but I will assure you that the people in the know have complete understanding of how to do this. Just be patient if this doesn't work the first time for you. The key to making this work is using your emotions, knowing that it's already here.